Today, boys and girls, men and women, and lovely beings of Jesus, we're going to talk about Facebook. Now, I am a part of the social networking site that is Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter somewhat, but not quite as bad as Facebook and MySpace. Okay, all those things are a way for people to keep up with you, okay? People that haven't seen you in probably anywhere between yesterday and 11 million years ago, okay? For them to see what you look like now, see who you're married to, see what your children look like, if you're divorced, if you're having problems, how you feel during the day, are you working at work, or are you typing on Facebook? I mean, that's all it really is about. Like, that's all people want. And that's all it's for. Okay, I get that. Okay, like me, myself, personally, I only want to see what's going on with people that I even cared about remotely. Oh, excuse me. I need a relaxer, but y'all don't talk about me. Anyway, back to Facebook. So, what is the deal with people that are your co-workers, okay, finding out about your Facebook and your YouTube account and taking that to work? That ain't none of your business to be taken in the workplace. Have you lost your ever-loving mind? Are you crazy? Granted, I don't say anything on Facebook that I won't get on YouTube and say, and I don't say anything on YouTube or Facebook or any other social networking site that I don't live. Okay, so anything that I talk about, 9 times out of 10, is going to be something funny, or it's going to be something relating to God or the Word of God or Jesus or something like that, because that's who I am. That's just who I am. So, I'm not one of those people that get on Facebook or MySpace or Twitter or whatever and perpetrate a fraud. Another video. Anyway, but still, that's not your business to be carrying to my job. Like, seriously, dude, you're out of control and you are out of line. You are crazy. Certified, I need a check, crazy. First of all, you sit at work all day long and talk about everybody else and their mama and their children and how they look and how they dress, and you ain't looking, smelling, or feeling no better than nobody else, okay? And I'll be the first to tell you about me, boo, okay? Because every day I am not super fresh, okay? Every day I'm not, somebody you could pick up off the front of a magazine. And I know that about myself. At least I'm willing to acknowledge that about myself. Okay, second of all, as I said in a previous video, I said, there is nothing wrong with me putting myself on blast. Like, I don't need you to put me on blast. I can do that myself. If I want everybody at my job to know what I'm saying on Facebook, they can go on there and find me and see what I'm talking about. If I want everybody at work to watch my YouTube videos, I can put a banner on my cubicle that says, "Watch Adina's YouTube videos." I don't need you to help me. I mean, I appreciate it, but I'm just saying. But the problem is in the process, you got your mouth running and you talking about stuff that don't have nothing to do with nothing, that don't even exist, that ain't even real. So how you doing? Ooh, people make your butt itch. They just always got something to say. Why don't you say something? Why don't you say something positive, huh? Why don't you take that time that you're talking about somebody else to put them words to a God? Why don't you pray? Why don't you do something like that? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't know you. You just always got your mouth open. You just always talking. Then you talk about the people that you are so-called friends with. Like, what is that? It's not a friend. Okay? And you're whack. Like, why would you do that? I just think that is so corny. Like, really? Really? Now, why would you even get close enough to a person just so you can hurt them in the end? Is that not whack? I mean, I know that's how the world works. I know that's how that works. But that's a waste of your time. Okay? You could be putting a perm in your head, or sweeping the floor of your house, or spending time with your significant other, instead of trying to get close to this person to find out their business so you can go put them on blast in the workplace. Sit down. Sit down. Because you're whack. Okay? That's whack. To sit up under somebody, to find out all of their business, to find out what really makes this person tick, because they think that you're a friend, and then you want to carry it back and talk about them at work, which has absolutely nothing to do with what they do all day long, is terrible. Terrible, and you need to get it together. And I'm not talking about people my age, okay? I'm 26. I'm not talking about 26, 20, 18-year-olds. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about grown folk. Old fools is what I like to call them. Like seriously, like in your late 30s, in your early 40s, and you're running into your 50s. Okay, you don't have time to do anything else but talk about everybody else and complain. Really, really, really. You don't have nothing else to do. I find it kind of sad, me myself personally. And really, it don't matter how old you are, because you should always have something that you're progressing towards. That way you don't find yourself stuck talking about somebody else's business that ain't got nothing to do with you, and then nobody asks you your opinion in the first place. If you got an opinion, get on YouTube and talk about it like I do. I be done blew them folks up. See, that's why, see, that's why I had to cut them folk out. That's why I had to cut them out. Because I can't be bothered with people and their shenanigans. That's whack. I mean, really, when are we going to grow up and be adults? When are we going to do that? Like, when do we just grow up? You know, what point in life, like, what does it take to happen in your life? Children. Excuse me. Having children does not make you grown, nor does it make you an adult, okay? And just because you got children does not make you a father or a mother's lady who's 25, 26 years old that sold her 5-year-old daughter into prostitution. Does anybody see what's going on in the world? Does anybody see that? How do you sell a 5-year-old, your own child, into prostitution? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. How do you sell the baby into prostitution? Really? For a crack rock, really? I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You know, and what about these people? I don't even remember what story it was. I done got so confused with all these stories. Now everybody want to be on the TV talking about their baby missing. Okay, this woman is talking about her baby then came up missing. Come to find out, the baby is in a box under the babysitter's bed, who just happens to be the baby's father's sister. So you mean to tell me you done put your baby in a box under a bed for 5 days, no food, no nothing, for 5 days, so you can get on TV and cry and perpetrate a fraud? What is with people perpetrating these frauds? It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, people. Make sure you ain't one out there perpetrating fraud. I be trying every day to make sure I'm not perpetrating no fraud. You know what I'm saying? Have people thinking that I'm more than I am. Look, I am nobody. Okay? Okay? I forget what the song say. What it say? I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody. That's me. Okay? I'm not going to get on YouTube. I'm not going to get on Facebook. I can't even get on MySpace, which I'm really not concerned about because I don't know who uses MySpace. But I'm not going to get on these social networking sites and act like I'm something else, okay? I'm not going to get on my blog and act like I'm somebody else, okay? I'm going to put things on the blog that make me laugh. I'm going to put things on there that touch me. You'll probably find my YouTube videos on there because they're linked together. But nonetheless, I am who I am. I don't have time to be everybody else. You know, and I don't have time to be in everybody else's business. Why, you ask? It's because it's a full-time job taking care of what's going on up in here, okay, and all up in here, okay. I have to make sure that if Jesus came back right now or like 5 minutes from now, that I will be going with him. Like, I don't have time for everybody else's shenanigans, okay. So in my final closing words, because I'm trying to keep this 10-minute thing together, you know, stay focused on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Want better, do better, be better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know Jesus, I hope you know, if you need some help getting there, you'll contact me. You know, I'm gonna put my contact information on my YouTube page. You know, I'm always willing to talk to the people. You know, serious inquiries only. You know what I'm saying? If you have come to the place where you need some help, holler at me. You know, it's nothing. But don't live your life vicariously through someone else who really ain't got it together either. Or none of us really have it together. None of us really. I don't know if that's news to anybody, but none of us really have it together. And until you find Jesus, you will have no true direction. Where I found Jesus, I found the light, and now I know where I'm going. I'm working on getting out of the hole still and finding out where I'm going. That's the most important thing I can say to you, is that Jesus is real and that he's returning.